Hi there, buddy. This is the old grandpa. I'm not sure if this thing is working. That's why we're going to give this a test run. If it is working, I'm going to send you this book that I'm about to read you. I'm going to read the book for you, in other words. Okay? Have you been having a good Halloween season so far? I hope so. Don't be too afraid of those ghosts and goblins, though. It's all in just fun. Well, this little book is called The Three Little Pigs, and I'm going to read it to you. Now, see there's a mother with three little pigs, a mother piggy right there, and her three little piggies. Those are her babies, just like you're your mommy's baby. Well, on with the story. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs, and they left their mother's home and went out into the world. One was a lively little pig who liked to dance, and one was a happy little pig who liked to sing. And one was a smart little pig who remembered that the wolf was always around. Remember, there's always a wolf around somewhere. Soon the little pigs met a peddler hauling straw. See, there he is. He's hauling straw. Let's get it in the picture there for you. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. Anyway, the little pig said to the guy that was hauling straw, he said, "Please, sir, give me some straw so I can build a house." And the peddler gave him some straw. And the little pig built his house. But straw is flimsy, and so the little house was not sturdy. The second little pig waited until a peddler hauling sticks came along. "Please, sir," he said, "give me some sticks so I can build a wooden house." And the peddler gave him some sticks. And the second little pig built a house. But some of the sticks came loose, and the new little house almost tumbled down. The third little pig. Oh, did you want to see the... There you go. There's the peddler with the sticks. Oh, there he is. He's the one that was selling sticks. He looked like a beaver to me. Now, the second little pig got his sticks from that peddler, and his house almost tumbled down when some of the sticks came loose. So the third little pig waited until a peddler hauling bricks came along. Then he said, "Please, sir, give me some bricks so I can build a house." And the peddler gave him some bricks. The third little pig built a strong brick house. It had a thick door and a big chimney. Now, sounds to me like he was getting ready for winter. There's the peddler who had the bricks. Now, the three little pigs had just finished their houses and moved in when along came a hungry wolf. He stopped at the straw house and called, "Little pig, let me come in." There he is at the straw house. And he's saying, "Let me come in, let me come in." And the little pig said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff," roared the wolf, "and I'll puff and I'll huff and I'll blow your house in." And he huffed and he puffed and he did blow the straw house in. But he puffed so hard that he blew the little pig right to the door of the wooden house. The second little pig let him come on in. Because, I mean, after all, they were brothers, you know. See? He landed right at the wooden house. Well, the wolf hurried over to that wooden house and called, little pig, let me come in." And the little pigs cried, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And he huffed and he puffed and he did blow the stick house in. See him there? He's huffing and he's puffing. If you ask me, I think he was smoking too many cigarettes. He's already out of wind. Hard to breathe. But he puffed so hard that he blew the two little pigs right to the door of the brick house. And the third little pig opened the door and let his brothers in. The wolf scurried to the brick house and called, little pig, let me come in." And the little pig said, "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." I think I need a sip of coffee here. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," roared the wolf. And he puffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed, but he couldn't blow that sturdy brick house in. Good thing that little pig built that house of bricks. "Come with me tomorrow," he said after giving up. Look at him, he's all tired. He gave up, he's done. Yeah, he can't blow anymore. "Come with me tomorrow morning," he said, "at 8 o'clock, and I'll show you Mr. Smith's fine turnip field." Well, the next morning, the smart little pig got up at 7 o'clock, and he hurried to the field and pulled some turnips. Then he skipped back home again. At 8 o'clock, the wolf came to the little pig's house. "Are you ready to go to the turnip field, little pigs?" he said, smacking his lips together, because little pigs tasted good to wolves. "Oh, I went an hour ago," answered the little pig. "Smell my juicy turnips cooking." And he showed the wolf his juicy pot of turnip stew. Turnip stew. Mm-mm-mm. Now the wolf was angry at being tricked, but he tried not to show it. "Well then," he said, "well, why don't you come with me tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, and I'll show you the big apple tree in Mary Garden." So the next morning, the little pig got up at 6 o'clock and hurried to the tree. He climbed it and was picking a basket of apples when the wolf came to the tree. "Are the apples ripe?" called the wolf. "Yes," said the smart little pig. "I'll throw one down to you." Well, that was a smart little pig, because the little pig threw the apple far, far from the tree. It rolled across the grass into a distant corner of Mary Garden and nestled there into a hard-to-find spot. While the wolf was chasing it, the smart little pig jumped out of the tree and scurried to his brick house. And you see there, that's the little piggy up in the tree, and there's the wolf over in the other part of the garden looking for it. Well, the next day the wolf came to the house again. Little piggy called, "Come to the fair with me tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. We'll have a fine time seeing all the sights there are to see at the fair." The next morning the little pig got up, though. He got up at 5 o'clock and trotted off to the fair. He saw all the sights. He even bought a butter churn. That's a thing you made butter with a long time ago, back when Grandpa was a little kid. Back when the Opa was a little boy, they used to use butter churns. He was on his way home when he saw the wolf coming towards him. The little pig hopped into the churn and began rolling over and over. See, there he is, the little pig in his butter churn. And there's the wolf. And you know what? Looks like the wolf is scared, doesn't it? Well, as I said, the little pig hopped into his butter churn and began rolling over and over and over down the hill. He rolled right past the frightened wolf, who had never before seen a butter churn, much less one rolling around chasing after him. He rolled right to the door of the little brick house. The next day the wolf came to the house, and he told the three little pigs about the round thing that had chased him and frightened him. "Oh," laughed the smart little pig, "that was my butter churn. When I saw that you were coming, I jumped into it and I rolled safely home." Well, the wolf, he gnashed his sharp teeth in anger. "You've tricked me many times, but you'll never trick me again, little pig," he roared. "I'm coming down the chimney to eat you." Quickly he scrambled up onto the roof, and he made his way and he made his way towards the brick chimney. Well, the smart little pig ran to the fireplace. See, the wolf was going to the brick chimney on top of the house. Yeah, and he was going to jump down that chimney and eat all the little piggies. But the smart little pig ran to the fireplace and whisked the lid off the pot of steaming water. When the wolf tumbled down into the fireplace from the chimney, the little pig popped the lid back in its place. And that was the end of the wolf. See, there's the smart little pig. Over here. Nope, over here. There he is, the smart little pig in front of the fireplace after he put the lid onto the pot of boiling water that the wolf fell into. The three little pigs danced all around the room. Then they settled down, and they lived happily ever after in the strong brick house with the thick door and the big chimney. The end. Now, that was my first time I ever did this with the video camera, so you're going to have to bear with me. Hopefully next time I'll read the book and it'll be a little bit better. Okay, but that's the book. That's the story of the three little pigs. See there? It says three little pigs right there. And I'm happy I had the time to read you this book. And I hope that you're all ready for Halloween. And I hope Mom's got a costume all ready for you. And I hope that you get a lot of candy, because that's one of the best parts of going trick-or-treating. Especially when you go trick-or-treating with your mom and your dad, because they love you very much. So don't be afraid of all the ghosts and ghouls and all the people that look strange on Halloween Eve. They're just having fun. Okay? All right. Well, I love you. And until Grandpa or the Opa reads you your next story, remember that I love you very much. You take care. Bye-bye.